Good evening, this is DC and English News Edition, and you're watching with me, Ningwai Kim Kongsai. First, the headlines. Go to give final rise to the two village volunteers of Pailing firing tomorrow. Declares total shutdown in Kampokpi. CNA or CNF took over Tongzang village in Myanmar. Junta forces strikes pay to reoccupy. News in detail. Despite the state government's inability to locate the bodies of the two Kukizo volunteers brutally killed in the Pailing region of Sadar Hills, Kampokpi district on April 13, the Committee on Tribal Unity, or the Kotu Sadar Hills Kampokpi district, has resolved to conduct their burial ceremony on May 24, as per the traditions and custom of the Kukizo community. The Pailing killing on April 13 was held as the century's most gruesome human rights offense, considering the brutality and inhuman nature of the crime committed by the armed miscreants over the two dead bodies. Kotu's General Secretary, Lam Milun Singh said that the inability to find the two dead bodies of our fallen heroes, even after a month, highlights the deep division between the two communities, and consequently, we have made the decision to hold a burial ceremony to honor our two fallen heroes in accordance with our customs and traditions. Highlighting the program of the burial ceremony, he said, the Kukizo community across Sadar Hills, Kampokpi district will lay our fallen heroes to rest at the Martyr Cemetery at Paizang on May 24 with the highest honor and tribute. He continued that, as a mark of a tribute, a total shutdown beginning from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. will be enforced on May 24, while all government and private institutions in the districts shall remain closed on the burial day. He also appealed to all to understand the sentiment of the Kukizo community and bear with them during the total shutdown. Tikha and Tongzang village under northern Chin state had been recently occupied by democratic forces and were spearheaded by CAN or CNF. 40 anti-junta armed groups jointly took over Tikha and Tongzang villages on the 19th of May 2024. As per reports given by CAN or CNF spokesperson Salaitet Ni, when the 14 groups of anti-junta forces attacked Tikha village, the junta forces fled to Tongzang village. The anti-junta forces again attacked Tongzang village, where two outposts of 269 Infantry Battalion headquarters and the junta forces taking shelter in the police stations flee from Tongzang village again. Salaitet Ni further says that 8 Myanmar Army and 10 ZRA personnel who were injured in the recent firing were getting medical treatment in Tongzang City Hospital. Reports also say that a huge sum of money was also recovered by CNA or CNF in the deserted camp of junta armies. The recovered cash, when converted into Indian rupees, amounted to 1 crore 18 lakhs rupees. It is believed that the junta forces took the money from Myanmar Economic Bank for their monthly salary and other requirements. On the other hand, the junta forces are trying their best to reoccupy Tongzang. They have been stationing more armies and have been carrying out airstrike through fighter jet and helicopter gunships since the 21st of May 2024. A clarification has been made regarding the false reports made by two Kukizo individuals in Palil town to reporters of SKTV and NE Live on the 21st of May 2024. An unanimous SKTV reporter and Northeast Live reporter Lucky Boy had given false reports on the 21st of May 2024 regarding the conditions of Palel in the midst of the conflict. The village volunteer Eastern Zone has summoned the two individuals who were viral on social media for giving false reports to the two Manson's reporters of SKTV and Northeast Live. The summonses has said that the reporter had edited out the part where they say peace is still far away from reach. The anonymous reporter from SKTV and Lucky Boy from Northeast Life had edited out the part where the two cookies of volunteers individuals were demanding for justice and edited the video in such a way that peace had been installed in parallel regions in the report given by the two individuals. They made a clarification that their reports had been edited as per the wishes of the two reporters and that their report videos looks fabricated. The village volunteer Eastern Zone had given befitting punishment to the two individuals for cooperating with the biased and unethical reporters who are just government puppets. Henceforth, the village volunteer Eastern Zone warned the general public to not simply express their thoughts in media and to bear in mind the sufferings and tortures of our martyrs and victims. They further warned the public that if any individuals did something to defame the whole community in the future, stern actions will be taken against such individuals based on the weight of their sin. The village volunteer Eastern Zone also expressed their dissatisfaction and frustrations towards the two reporters of SKTV and Northeast Live who spread false news in media channels. They requested the two reporters to be neutral in their judgment and to stop spreading fake and false news, as it can be hamper the truth from surfacing, which can further lead to denial of justice. Manson may be mad that Lucky Boy Singh is a resident of Moray, and since the time he served as a reporter for Northeast Life, he had been making or giving biased report against the cookies of people. Northeast Life should hire a reporter from mainland India who will be neutral in his report when it comes to Manipur news.
My name is Kaimingo Mate.
Okay, where are you from?
From Dinapur district, sir.
Then which village?
Which is Sita village.
Sita village. And now you could witness peace in Palel.
Yes, sir.
Both the community, there is Meitei
Yes.
and community, Meitei and cookies, not fighting each other.
Yes, sir.
Everyone is enjoying their life,
Yes.
Palel Bazaar, togetherly. So, like this,
Yeah.
what message did you want to spread to all over Manipur to maintain such peace and to live with love each other?
The only solution is, as we all belongs to Kuki tribe, and both Meitei and Kuki are having this violence
Conflict right now, yes, yeah.
Right now is going here and there.
So right now you are
It's-
without any separate administration, you are living peacefully.
Yeah.
So can the people of Manipur
It's just 100 meters from past 2-3 years. We have been staying together with Palal
yes,
Bazar.
yes.
Because of that, with the cookies, go there and buy anything we want, and they the majors come to buy anything they want.
Okay.
We have a good relationship. We don't want to break the relationship. That's all. My name is.
May it be good or bad news, accurate and unbiased news to be given by the reported, unlike Lucky Boy Singh, who is infamous for his false and biased reports. The conflict can subside only when media houses bring the truth to light so that justice can be delivered and peace be restored. More than 1,000 Myanmar refugees have crossed the Indian border and entered Mizoram following an armed struggle between Myanmar military and anti-junta regime forces, raising the total number of Myanmar nationals taking refuge in the northeastern state to over 36,500, an official of Mizoram Home Department said on Wednesday. The officials say that at least 600 Myanmar refugees, mostly from Chin State, fled to Vaikholang village in the East Mizoram Sampai district, and about 190 others crossed over to Kwangpa village in the same district on Sunday. He said that 300 more refugees from Myanmar's Khomoi village entered Zokhotar village in Sampai district on Wednesday. The officials say that the Myanmar refugees entered Mizoram fleeing armed clashes between the Myanmar military, supposedly aided by the insurgent group Zomi Revolutionary Army Eastern Command (ZRAEC) and pro-democratic forces led by the Chin National Army (CNA). The Myanmar refugees from Khmer fled to Zokotar due to the fear of air raids by the Myanmar Air Force, he said. He said that 300 more refugees from Myanmar's Khmer village entered Zokotar village in Champhai district on Wednesday. The officials said that the Myanmar refugees entered Mizoram, fleeing armed clashes between the Myanmar military, supposedly aided by the insurgent group Zomi Revolutionary Army Eastern Command (ZRAEC), and pro-democratic forces led by the Chin National Army (CNA). The Myanmar refugees from Khmer fled to Zokotar due to the fear of air raids by the Myanmar Air Force, he said. He said that the residents of Khmer who fled to Zokotar are expected to return to their village within a few days. Khmer is contiguous to Zokotar, and the two villages are separated by the Tau River, the boundary that divides India and Myanmar. Media reports in Myanmar quoted CNA spokesperson Slighted Ni saying the armed group captured Chika, a small town near the Indo-Myanmar border in Chin State's Tongzang Township on Sunday. Tongzang is located around 130 km from Mizoram. The official also said that more than 2,000 Myanmar refugees have so far entered and took refuge in Mizoram since May 5. With the fresh influx, more than 36,500 Myanmar refugees are now taking shelter across all the 11 districts of Mizoram, he said. The majority of them are staying outside relief camps by joining relatives or friends, as well as staying in rented houses, while others live in 149 relief camps across 7 districts, the official said. The Myanmar nationals taking shelter in Mizoram are mostly the Chin communities, who share ethnic ties with the Mizos. 6 Mizoram districts, Champhai, Siaha, Longklai, Natlai, Cherchip, and Saitul share a 510-kilometer-long border with Myanmar's Chin state. The Manipur police have apprehended 2 active members of the banned People's Revolutionary Party of Kangleipak Progressive Pripak Pro in Imphal East District, according to reports. As per India Today Northeast, the arrest conducted by Imphal East District Commandos targeted a female cadre and a male activist allegedly engaged in extortion activities on behalf of the outlaw group. Authorities disclosed that during the operations, cash amounting to Rs 35,000 was seized, along with a Honda Activa scooter, 3 mobile phones, and a wallet from the arrested individuals. In an official statement shared on Platform X, Manipur police confirmed the arrest of the 2 suspects identified as Salam and Lorembam of Bebem Devi, age 49, and Gangabam Sanatomba Singh, alias Amuba, age 49. Currently held in police custody, both individuals are undergoing further investigations as authorities work to unravel the extent of their alleged involvement with the band outfit. Coming to national news. The Elections Commission's EC on Wednesday told the nationalist presidents of the ruling Bharatiya Janata Party (BJP) and the opposition Congress that the country's socio-cultural milieu cannot be a casualty to elections. The EC censures have come nearly a month after its initial notices to the party chiefs, and with campaigning for the penultimate phase of the 7th-phase elections concluding on Thursday evening. The EC said that utterances of their star campaigners follow patterns and created narratives that could be damaging beyond the durations of the MCC. The EC directed BJP President JP Nadda to inform its star campaigners to not make divisive speeches and refrain from any campaigning methods or utterances along religious or communal lines. The Commission expects BJP, as the ruling party at the center, to fully align the campaign methods to practical aspects of the composite and sensitive fabric of India. It instructed Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge to refrain from alleging that the constitutions may be abolished. The EC has sought comments from national presidents of the two parties on April 25 for the alleged violations of the Model Code of Conduct (MCC) by their respective star campaigners. The EC's April 25 notice to NADA was in response to the opposition's complaints that the Prime Minister Narendra Modi had delivered a divisive speech in Rajasthan's Banswara. The full panel's notice to Kharge, also issued on April 25, was in the context of the BJP's complaint flagging Rahul Gandhi's allegations that the Modi government, if it were to come to power, would do away with the constitutions. In a reference to the Agniveer schemes, Gandhi had alleged that the government had created two kinds of soldiers, in seeking comments from the respective party chiefs, and not the leaders who had made those utterances. The EC had departed from its norms. The EC asked both NADA and Kharge to issue formal notes to their star campaigners to correct their discourse, exercise care, and maintain decorum. Referring to their respective replies to its initial notices, the EC stated that technical loopholes or extreme interpretations of other political parties' utterances cannot discharge the parties and their campaigners from the core responsibility of their own content, which ought to be corrective to the ongoing discourse, and not further plummeting the quality of campaign discourse. It termed both NADA and Kharge's defense as not tenable. Addressing a rally in Charkhi Dadi to garner votes for party candidate Raudan Singh from Bhiwani Mahendergarh seat, Rahul tagged in Modi government as Adani government. Congress leader Rahul Gandhi on Wednesday hit out at Prime Minister Narendra Modi, accusing him of working for industrialists while ignoring farmers, workers, unemployed youths and women. The Modi government is Adani government, he remarked while addressing a rally here to garner votes for party candidate Raudan Singh from Bhiwani Mahendergarh seat, expressing confidence that the India bloc will form the next government. He said the Airlines will throw the Agnipa scheme out after coming to power on June 4. The PM office has introduced the Agnipa scheme without consulting army officers and is playing with youth futures. Modi has divided martyrs into two groups. Those recruited through Agnipa schemes are not considered martyrs, even after sacrificing their lives on the border. They will not be given pensions or governments of benefit, while those recruited earlier are getting all benefits. We will not allow divisions of youth protecting the borders, he said. The former Congress chief also announced to waive all farm loans after coming to power. He claimed that the Modi government had waived his 22 Arab Party Friends loans amounting rupees 16 lakh crore, which was equal to farm loans spanning 24 years. Whenever we raise the issues of farm loan waiver, the media and BJP leaders claim that it will destroy the economy. What happened when we waive loans of 22 Arab parties? Whatever they are, we will waive farmers' loans after coming to power. Whenever I cross through farm belts during my Bharat Jodo Yatra, the peasants share their grief of not getting a good price for their crops. We will not give a legal guarantee of minimum support price, MSP, on all crops to farmers, he said. Rahul said the country was ready to form the India bloc government, and from July, rupees 8,500 will be deposited in the account of one woman from his poor family, translating rupees 1 lakh annually. That will bring the families out of poverty. We will provide internship to graduate students with rupees 8,500 stipend per month for a year. Our government will fill all 30 lakh vacant posts after coming to power, he said. Modi copying my phrases, continuing his attack on the Prime Minister, the Congress leader alleged Modi copied his phrases. I can make Modi say whatever I want. I said, Narendra Modi ji, you never take the names of Adani, Ambani, And 2 days later, he said, Adani and Ambani are sending money to the Congress in autos. I want to ask him whether he has experiences of getting money through autos. Now the PM has all agencies like Enforcement Directorate and Income Tax Department. So why is he not carrying our race on Adani and Ambani? After I said, we will transfer money into bank accounts, takat, takatak, takatak, the PM also started using takatak in his speeches, Rahul quipped. Coming to international news. In a horrific car accident in Alpharetta in Georgia, 3 Indian origin students were killed while 2 others were injured. All 5 students were 18 years old, and out of the 3 killed, 2 were women. According to the preliminary investigations of the Alpharetta police, the primary cause of the massive car accident will be the speeding. The student who was driving lost control of the vehicle, which resulted in the car being upside down in a tree line. As mentioned earlier, in a car crash in Alpharetta, Georgia, 3 Indian origin students lost their lives, while 2 have been seriously injured. Overspeeding is said to be the cause of the crash. The students who have lost their lives in the accidents are identified as Aryan Joshi, who was a senior at Alpharetta High School, and Sriya Avasarala and MV Sharma, who were first-year students at University of Georgia. Aryan Joshi and Sriya Avasarala were found dead at the accident site, while MV Sharma, who was a rear passenger, later succumbed to her injuries. Apart from 3 casualties in the car crash, 2 students have also been seriously injured. The injured have been identified as Ritwak Sompali, who was a student of the Georgia State University, and Mohammed Liaquat, a senior at Alpharetta High School. It was Mohammed Liaquat who was driving the Honda Accord and caused the accident due to speeding. The injured students, Ritwak Sompali and Mohammed Liaquat, are being treated at the North Fulton Hospital in Alpharetta. You were such an amazing dancer, friend, and such person to be around. The UZS Sikari dance team remembers Sriya Avasarala. Aryan Joshi, who was supposed to graduate from high school in a week, was remembered by the Alpharetta High cricket team on Instagram. He was one of our biggest supporters, and his support was one of the most crucial factors in all our wins. According to the Alpharetta police, the Mohammed Liaquat, who was driving the Honda Accord, lost control of the vehicle and it ended upside down in a tree line. The investigation is underway, and initial factors suggest overspeeding as a reason. The accident took place on May 14 on West Side Parkway, which is north of Maxwell Road in Alpharetta. Ahmed Yasser al-Kara, who was described as a key figure in the terrorist organization Hamas anti-tank missile operations and who led attacks and terrorist plot against the Israel Defense Forces (IDF) during the war in Gaza, was killed in Khan Yunis in an IDF airstrike. The strike was carried out with the intelligence aid of the Shin Bet, Israel's anti-terror general security services. Anti-tank missiles are a more serious threat to IDF units than rockets, as they can be guided towards their targets and have more explosive power. In addition, Israel Air Force fighter jets, under the directions of the IDF Southern Command and the intelligence wing, eliminated 5 Hamas terrorists who were operating from the Fahmi al-Garjaw school compound in the Dart Tufa area in the northeastern Gaza Strip. Among the terrorists who were killed in the attack was Fadi Salim, head of the information systems in Hamas Gaza division. Along with him, 3 terrorists in the organization's intelligence system and another Nakaba terrorist were killed. This is another example of the cynical and obvious use that Hamas makes of civilian spaces and facilities while facing the Gaza population as a human shield, said the IDF. A 73-year-old British man died and more than 70 other passengers were injured when a Singapore Airlines flight from London was struck by severe turbulence and plunged 6,000 feet in the span of some few minutes Tuesday over the Indian Ocean. The flight was then diverted and landed in stormy weather in Bangkok. Authorities said the British man may have suffered a heart attack, though that has not been confirmed. His name was not immediately released. The Boeing 777-300ER flight from London's Heathrow Airport to Singapore with 211 passengers and 18 crew members aboard landed at Bangkok's Suvarnabhumi Airport at 3:45 p.m. local time, the airline stated in a Facebook post. There were 3 people from India on board the flight who got injured. Emergency medical crews rushed to help the passengers. Videos posted on the live messaging platform by Suvarnabhumi Airport showed a line of ambulances streaming to the scene. We are in contact with Singapore Airlines regarding flight SQ321 and stand ready to support them, Boeing said in a statement. In a statement posted on Facebook, Singapore Airlines says that as of 4 hours after the emergency landing, 18 people remain hospitalized, while another 12 were treated on outpatient basis. The remaining passengers and crew are being examined and given treatment where necessary at the airport, it said. Airports of Thailand Group said the likely injured and not injured passengers are being assisted at specially assigned locations inside the terminal at the Suvarnabhumi Airport. Thailand's Transport Minister Suriya Jungrungrongkit said in a statement that Singapore would dispatch another plane later Tuesday night to transport the likely injured and non-injured passengers to the city-state Changi Airport. He said that plane was expected to arrive in Bangkok at 9:45 p.m. Kitipong Kitikachon, General Manager of Suvarnabhumi Airport, told a news conference on Tuesday night that the British man appeared to have suffered a heart attack. Tracking data captured by Flightradar 24 and analyzed by the Associated Press showed the Singapore Airlines flights SQ321 cruising at an altitude of 37,000 feet, 11,300 meters. Just after 0800 GMT, the Boeing 777-300ER suddenly and sharply plummets to 31,000 feet, 9,400 meters, over the span of some 3 minutes, the data shows. The aircraft then stayed at 31,000 feet, 9,400 meters, for under 10 minutes before diverting and landing in Bangkok less than half an hour later. The sharp descent in turbulence happened as the flight was over the Andaman Sea near Myanmar. The aircraft sent a squawk code of 7700 at that time, an international emergency signal. Singapore Airlines offers its deepest condolences to the family of the deceased. The airline said, "We are working with the local authorities in Thailand to provide the necessary medical assistance and sending a team to Bangkok to provide any additional assistance needed." Singapore Transport Minister Chee Hong Tat also extended condolences on his Facebook page. He said his ministry and Singapore's Foreign Ministry, as well as the country's Civil Aviation Authority and Changi Airport officials, along with airline staff, are providing support to the affected passengers and their families. That's all from us tonight, and we thank you for joining our program.